Hey YouTube, how you doing? It's Max. This video was recorded at a time where it could have been the 94th video of the series, but I wanted to make this the last video of the series just because it was a video that kind of started to become something that resembled my thoughts on the channel over the past 100 videos. And so, I wanted to sort of change this from being what it was originally being to being this channel reflection sort of thing. So what it was originally going to be was kind of this, like, I guess, these thoughts on, burnout of YouTube. And I was thinking about doing stuff like, I guess, talking about, you know, I guess just overall YouTube burnout, because I think that, while this series has been very enjoyable, I don't think that I could do a solo channel for a living. I think that there's just a lot of, like, um, variables when it comes to making YouTube videos, such as trying to, maintain an audience, which, this channel isn't really about maintaining an audience. I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but, I was just thinking about, how much effort it takes to put into a YouTube channel, and I'm doing the bare minimum possible. Like, I'm not editing my videos, I'm not creating thumbnails, I'm not even really working on marketing or anything like that, but just I guess more of like a paying homage to just all the channel creators out there, and just over the course of this experience, really seeing how much effort it is to plan out a video, and then record the video, do the edits of the video, check the, stay up to date on all the different, the algorithm changing over the years, and creating thumbnails that are kind of clickbaity, but like not clickbaity enough to where it turns people off, and just dealing with like negative feedback. Like, I don't even have to deal with a lot of that, so it was going to be more about that, but it started to turn into this kind of reflection on this channel so far. So I think, like, if I can transition to the next point that I was kind of thinking about, this series has overall just the purpose of this series was mostly to help me get over this sort of I guess mental block where I just don't like to publish things, and like put my work out there for people. And I think one of the reasons for this is that I don't want to put in a lot of time and effort into something, only to have either people not like watch it or not experience it, or people to just like not like it. And I think that's kind of like a natural kind of feeling, just because like we want everything that we create to be good. So I wanted this series to not necessarily be like, me putting 100% into all these videos, because I was like, afraid of, what if these videos just aren't very good. So the quality of these videos is very like subpar, intentionally, to help me kind of get over this like fear of publishing, if that makes sense. And so I think it's been pretty helpful in kind of achieving that goal. But also, I wanted to accomplish other things of this video, such as, how can I complement, or this series, how can I complement, my desire to want to be better about posting things, while also, you know, um, have a little bit of something that's, I don't know if it's unique, but essentially I'll just stop beating around the bush. I wanted this channel to kind of capture the good, the bad, and the ugly. So even if there was like a video that, I might like, it- it's hard to really frame this the right way. It's not, so what I want to say is, like, while there may be some videos where I look back in many years and I'm kind of like cringed out by it, I wanted that to be there. I didn't want to omit that, because I think that is, just a part of who I am, and sometimes it's cringe. And I want the viewer to basically see how my mind works, whether it's like, interesting, whether it's not interesting. And I think it's just kind of like cool to be able to capture, just how that cognitive process works. For I guess there's like three general audiences here. There's myself, which I would like to go back and kind of look at how my 27-year-old self saw the world. I think it would be interesting for friends and family to observe this, people who I know in real life, so they could get to know me better. I think that in real life I don't really um, share a lot of opinions. I guess I don't really like to talk a whole lot. I think I'm more quiet and reserved, but I am very open if asked about. So this is kind of like this whole channel is like an unsolicited kind of me disclosing information, I guess, in a way where I'm not looking at the person. I'm not like influenced by how their facial expression, if they seem bored, if they seem like they want to talk about something. It's more of just like a one way, like me just kind of opening up and just like mind vomiting. And I think that could be interesting if someone made something like that I knew and I wanted to get to know them better. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to kind of try this series out for that reason. And then also the third audience is like the potential strangers, and pretty much like if someone that I don't know, I've never met, the world is a big place. So if someone happens to stumble like this far into the rabbit hole of YouTube, where they come across this series, I'd want them to kind of come at this and see this very rough, but this autobiographical kind of experience of my life. And maybe it's someone in the modern era who is like maybe they can relate to a lot of the things that I'm saying. Maybe they are completely blown away by how like different my life is compared to their life. Or maybe it's someone in the future who is looking at this as sort of like a case study. If that's the case, I don't think that this really is a good enough sample size to really like explain how everyone is thinking in 2022. But you know it's just could be interesting to complement something if someone's happening to do research on people, what they thought in 2022, I guess, over the course of like 2 months. That's kind of another thing that's kind of interesting, is that this series is really only like 2 months of um, my life. And I've been around, like I said, for like 27 years. So to really only see like and not even like a nonstop this is like 15 hours, I think, this series. So only really seeing 15 hours of my life, and most of it is unedited, but some of them are edited. It's really just shows how like much of a sliver we see in other people's lives. Even when you're trying to be like kind of genuine, and you're trying to be unedited and unfiltered, it still only is a fraction of our lives, of how complex we as individuals are. And so, like, when I look at some of these videos, I see all the gaps in information that I left out. When I like create these scripts, there's information that I write down that just don't make it into the video because you know, I don't want to read the script like verbatim. I want to, try to, you know, talk naturally. And it's definitely difficult. I can't imagine I can't imagine, but like I wonder what it looks like behind the scenes with a lot of YouTubers, like how many times they have to like edit out the ums or the uhs or the awkward silences. And I kind of wanted to keep those in just to sort of, um, you know, share what, just I don't want to like be like elitist or like pompous by saying a more real experience, but just like a more raw experience, I guess. Just like something that's, you know, um, it's just like what I was saying, like the good moments, the bad moments, the ugly moments. And so, like, I don't know how much of this 15 hours plus of footage is just kind of like filler content of me going, that could have been broken down into a 5-minute video. For a lot of these videos, I probably could have said the entire premise or the whole, what the video is about in like 5 minutes if I wanted to be efficient about it. But I don't know. It's just been kind of an interesting ride, I guess. And I guess this kind of leads me into, what's next, what's after these 100 videos. And like I said, I feel like I've kind of been feeling a bit burnt out lately. Um, and it's one of those things where I don't know if I'll be making videos at the same speed. Even though like there's I think one video being uploaded today each day over the course of these past like 2.5 months or something. So I don't know if I'll continue to make videos at that pace. I'll probably continue to make videos overall just because I think it's interesting to kind of be able to look back on life. And I think that this 100 videos was a good foundation to kind of build from. There's a lot of different avenues to kind of branch out and explore. I think two things that I've been kind of thinking about is like, I mean, there's one was sort of this like maybe for 100 days I'll try to exercise 100 days in a row or something. But I don't think that would be like very interesting to really um, watch. I was thinking like maybe it would be interesting to like set aside like 10 minutes of my day just to like film myself working out for 10 minutes so that like other people could like just put it on and just do what I'm doing for those 10 minutes if they're like not very motivated to work out. But I don't know if that would be as interesting. It's just an idea I was thinking about. Another idea I was thinking about was kind of trying to go back into programming. And kind of like there's like game development logs of like what people have contributed to a project every now and then. So I was thinking maybe it would be interesting to sort of like once a week create a video where I kind of just talk about all the improvements, my plans for the upcoming week of what I want to do in this video game, and do something around that. So those are two ideas I've been thinking about, but I don't really know if I want to commit to either of those ideas for another 100 days. Kind of just see where I'm in the mood. I guess once this series kind of finishes up, because like I said, I think, well, I don't know if I said this, but this could have been like the 94th video out of 100 videos. And so I still have, like seven-ish videos to make, six or seven. I can't really do math right now, but six or seven videos still to make. So I do want to finish those up before I really commit to something. Um, but yeah, this one's not, I mean, 13 minutes is still a good amount of time for a video. But if you've seen some of my videos, they can be like 30 minutes easy of just me ranting. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that I left out in this kind of video to conclude it. It doesn't really feel like a good conclusion video, but I wanted to at least talk about some of my thoughts of, the YouTube channel. I kind of did a 50 halfway point kind of reflection, so I wanted to do a 100 videos kind of reflection as well. And so this is that. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the series, you know, it would be cool to hear what you thought about it, how many videos you've seen, things like that. But yeah, hope that you have a good rest of your day. And I guess if I make more videos, I'll catch you later. See ya.